Hey there, it's Dr. Chris Grimbles from the exciting New Life Baptist Church in the town of Jane, Maine. This is another Life Builders moment where we try and work with folks in terms of building great lives with God's construction tools. And we're here today with that Life Builders moment, and I think it's a topic that maybe everybody can relate to. The title is this: What to Do When Life Stinks. What to do when life stinks. Now, we've all had those moments, right? Well, in our Bible reading this week, Michelle and I were in the early part of Genesis. We read about the building of the ark. It had to be to an exact specification as laid out by God. In the meantime, Noah was trying to preach to anyone who would listen. Do you know how many converts Noah had? At best, 7. Those 7 converts would be his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. He preached for 120 years. He held a tedious, exacting day job in boat construction. And in that whole time, at best, he had 7 converts, making 8 of them in the church. Now, if that was our situation, and we kept going at it day after day after day after day and didn't see anything, no gain for it, we would say life stinks. In fact, a lot of churches would fire their pastor for results like that. Think about this. Let's take it a step further. God then moves into the ark. Let me rephrase that. God then moves Noah into the ark with his sons and his wife and his sons and their wives. What else goes in the ark? All those animals. 2 of every unclean animal, male and female. 7 of every clean animal, so that Noah had animals for the sacrifice. Noah and his family were on that ark for 377 days. Now, you and I both know that the animals didn't hold their bodily functions that long. There was a lot of manure to clean up, and that's pretty stinky business. Okay? You could say now life really stinks in a very literal way, and they had no escape from that stinky life. So, what do you do when life stinks? Well, let's get real about it. At this point, Noah's stuck in the ark. He preached for 120 years, never got any response out of anybody but his family. And now he's got manure piled all around him, literally. Life stinks. What do you do with that? Well, first, you continue doing what God told you to do. Noah never quit building the ark. He built it until it was done, and God took him the next step. It was 120 years in the building. It was unthanked business. People were not excited that he was building the ark. Now, then take it a step further. Noah never quit trying to turn people's hearts toward the Lord. He preached. And then on top of that, you get him in the ark 377 days. Noah never quit taking care of the animals. All of that to say, Noah just kept doing what God told him to do. Did life stink? Yeah, literally. What did he do? He just kept doing what God told him to do. Listen, eventually there was a rainbow. Eventually Noah saw the light outside his situation. But while life was stinky, he just kept doing what God told him to do. When life gets pretty miserable for us, you know what we ought to keep doing? We ought to just keep doing what God told us to do. The second thing is, Noah worshiped God. So when life stinks, worship God. Noah worshiped the Lord throughout the whole ordeal. That's why he needed 7 of every clean animal, because he needed to sacrifice. Okay? Even though life was stinky, God had Noah bring 7 of every clean animal so that Noah had a sacrifice for the Lord. In all that time, Noah never quit worshiping. When Noah finally gets off the ark, the very, very first thing that Noah does is build an altar and worship the Lord. So life stinks. Just continue doing what God told you to do. Life stinks? Just keep worshiping God. That's what we're supposed to do. And then finally, Noah trusted God. In the middle of this stinky situation, Noah trusted God. So what do? You trust. You think about this. Noah had never seen rain before. It had never rained on the earth. But Noah trusted God when he said it was going to rain. Noah was building an ark on the side of a mountain. There was no water there. But Noah trusted God. God sealed Noah and his family in the ark, and the rain didn't come. But Noah trusted God. The next day, the rain didn't come, but Noah still trusted God. Day 2, day 3, the rain still didn't come, but Noah trusted God. And on the 7th day, as Noah trusted God, on that 7th day, the ground opened and water sprang forth. The skies opened the floodgates and water poured down. For all those in the ark as the water raged, for all those days in the ark as the water raged, Noah trusted God. 377 days in that ark, Noah trusted God. When the rocking of the ark stopped and the water began to subside and life inside the ark was still stinky, Noah trusted God. When Noah finally opened the door of the ark and stepped out on dry ground, Noah trusted God. So what do you do when life stinks? Well, you continue doing what God told you to do. You worship the Lord, your God, with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength. And then you trust God to handle the situation. Listen, that's what Noah did. And God brought Noah through the flood. God got Noah past the stinky times. It really was a very stinky situation in so many ways. But God did not fail Noah. And he's the same God that we have today. God will not fail you either, even when you think life stinks. Listen, I don't know what life is like right now, but I know that we have a God we can depend on. I know we have a God, if we just keep doing what God tells us to do, he'll get us through. I know we have a God who deserves our worship regardless of our circumstances. And I know we have a God we can trust to get us through even the stinkiest of situations. Listen, just do for God. Do what he says, worship him, trust him. And you'd be amazed how God can bring you out into the sunshine on the other side of a very stinky situation. Just trying to help you build your life, building great lives with God's construction tools. We appreciate your watching today and stay tuned for the next Life Builders moment. Have a great day on purpose.